malo.
Ere sigala gala sigala gala.
Kupata wimbo wa taifa ukifuatiliwa na maombi na kisha ratiba yetu itaendelea. Tunasubiri tu kuwasili kwake mgeni wetu rasmi, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, ambaye kwa muda wote sasa ataungana pamoja nasi kwenye ukumbi huu. Tunaendelea tu na burudani fupi. Kwa hivyo nitaomba waimbaji wetu wasiondoke kwa sababu bado tunawahitaji. Wasili kwake mgeni wetu rasmi, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Tutaendelea tu kuwa watulivu. Wale ambao bado tunatembea kule ndani, tuhakikishe ya kwamba tumetafuta mahala pa kuketi ili wakati Mheshimiwa Rais anaungana pamoja nasi, sisi sote tuwe tayari kumkaribisha kwa shangwe, furaha na nderemo. Niwaalike tena wanatabi and the band wakiendelea kutupa burudani mchana wa leo tunaposubiri kuwasili kwake mgeni wetu rasmi. Karibu sana wanatabi and the band kwa
Achiel kende Jehova manyoro makawuono Wan wating'o Jehova achiel kende yoyo Achiel aluonge ni mecha yoyo winjore Jehova achiel kende Achiel Jehovah yo yo achiel kende achiel ke manyaka nene utalando Jehovah bingi polo kulorene winjore kawono gokinyi Yesu winjore Jehovah achiel kende manyaka nene jidutolando Jehovah achiel Achiel kende achiel manyaka nene tutolando Jehova mmoja tu wa milele hajaweza badilika milele daima. Binadamu wanaweza badilika lakini Jehova habadiliki. Marafiki wanabadilika habadiliki yoyo. Jehova mmoja tu wa milele jidutolando Jehova yo yo achiel ke manyaka nene jidutolando Jehova Jehova gokinyi. One more time.
Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Rais to Devolution Conference 2025. We will start with the two anthems, starting with the Kenyan National Anthem, followed by the East African Anthem. The anthem. Tukiwa tungali tumesimama kwa heshima, Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba ni tuongoze kwa maombi. Karibu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Naanza kwa jina la Mwenyezi Mungu mwingi wa rehema na mwenye kurehemu. Kutufanyia ufalisi muhimu ya maendeleo ya taifa letu kwa kupitia ugatuzi. Ewe Mola wetu, mfalme wa watu, muabudiwa wa watu, tunakuomba kwa utukufu lako lote. Kiongozi wetu Mheshimiwa Dr. William Samuel Ruto, umpe hikma, ujuzi na ujasiri wakati hali ngumu na wakati hali iko sawa. Ya Rabbi, tunakuomba uwajalie viongozi, tunakuomba uko na ubungufu ya kibinadamu, utasamehe makosa yetu. Ubariki taifa letu, ubariki viongozi wetu, utusamehe dhambi yetu. Allahumma salli.
And we, as we gather here, Lord, we pray that you may guide us into doing justice and good evolution, so that into doing justice and good evolution, so that it benefits your people. It benefits your people. Governors, both parliaments and the deputy governors, both parliaments and the MCS, O Lord. Do MCS, O Lord. Do us justice, because that is our humble prayer.
That's the reliable for the coming days. God bless you all.
Another round of applause for KCB. Thank you so much, KCB, for the work. The technical team, you support Safaricom with their small video. Where is the Safaricom?
Council of Governors and the State Department for Devolution, the Office of the Deputy President, for its vital role in fostering coordination among county, improving the lives citizens of the Wananchi of this beautiful country of Kenya. And we have solution. Firstly, as partners, we are convinced that the timely transfer of funds from the national to county governments is essential. Reliable resource flows are essential for counties to effectively deliver on their mandates and meet citizens' expectations. And I can tell you from the German experience that we know that this is not a very easy task. We have, like Bavaria and poorer ones in the northeast of the country, and every year to equilibrate the conditions of living in the whole to the 16 regions that we have in Germany. But still it is essential for federalism or for devolution and decentralization. Secondly, we encourage increased efforts to generate own resource key to meeting development needs and reducing dependency on national allocations. And during the tour of the booth, we have seen very impressive technological advances that make it easier for the counties also to tap into these resources. Thirdly, we emphasize the importance of strengthening public financial management, transparency and accountability. Responsible resource use is fundamental to delivering concrete results. And finally, we underline the need for the Government of Kenya, Your Excellency the President, of our cooperation and our willingness in pursuing these important priorities, our commitment to supporting devolution and deepening this priority areas, basically all the counties with different initiatives. One of them is a very important one, it's called FLOCA, it should be in Kisumu County. To conclude, let me thank you once again for this important gathering. We enter now 3 days of discussion and reflection. But let us remember, devolution is not an event. Devolution is a continuous process. It is about strengthening institutions that deliver and that respond to citizens' needs, and about upholding a genuine partnership also between government and the people, and between government and counties and the development partners. It is in this process that I wish all attendees a successful and inspiring Devolution Conference 2025. Be assured that the partners remain committed. We will travel this journey together, and I'm very much looking forward to our cooperation. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Ero kamano.
Your Excellency, county assemblies play a very critical role in the devolution family, and I now want to invite the chairperson of the County Assemblies Forum, CAF, Honorable Seth Mwatela, to come and make his remarks, but also recognize the county assemblies members present. Karibu sana, Bwana Speaker.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, distinguished leaders, fellow Kenyans, friends of devolution, on behalf of the County Assembly, allow me to begin by expressing our deepest gratitude to the Excellency, our President, the Senate, and the National Assembly. The recent passage, which is just today in the morning, of the County Public Finance Law Amendment Bill 2023, which we witnessed today in the morning, marks a historic turning point. This is a landmark legislation, Your Excellency, liberating the county assemblies from the executive dependency. It empowers us to fulfill our roles without fear or favor. Your Excellency, if I don't say this, the MCAs will discipline me. Your Excellency, this is a promise delivered, and we thank you. Your Excellency, the county assemblies are the heart of the soul of devolution. We are the most direct link between the government and the people. Our roles go beyond mere administration. They are fundamental to the success of devolution and the devolved governance. We are the ones who enact the law tailored to unique needs of our communities. And so far, it is important to note the county assemblies have enacted over 2,000 legislations since 2013. We have been providing oversight to ensure county executive is accountable, and that the public funds are used wisely, and lastly, champion the interest of our constituents, ensuring their voice is heard and their concerns are addressed. Your Excellency, as we celebrate the devolution milestone, we must also acknowledge that there is more to be done to truly empower county assemblies and the people we serve. As County Assembly, we humbly request your support in the following critical areas. The first is the Ward Development Fund. The Ward Development Fund is the lowest unit in the development of our governance structure. The Constitution of Kenya is currently being amended to anchor CDF, NGAF, and the Senate. Oversight fund must be the oversight fund, but unfortunately, the Ward Development Fund was left out. We therefore request your support, together with the Senate and the National Assembly, to support so that we can secure the Ward Development Fund in the same amendment bill to ensure similar treatment is also accorded to the MCAs, just as the national legislators. This is not about us. It is not about us. It is about giving the MCAs the tool to address the development needs that at the ward level, ensuring that no community is left behind at the corners of this country. Your Honor, Our Excellency, the second is the pension for the MCAs. The work of an MCA is demanding, often taking a significant personal role. After years of service, our members deserve the security of dignity and dignified retirement. We appeal for your support in providing a comprehensive pension for the MCAs. The current legislation that has been forwarded to the National Assembly by the Senate does not address the pension needs of our members. Lastly, is to improve the remuneration of our members. We have engaged severally the SRC on many occasions and even developed a job evaluation for our members as agreed in March 2024. Our grading has never been done to reflect our job. We remain at the same level since inception of devolution, while other state officers, both at the county and the national level, have moved substantially. We therefore ask for your intervention to secure our remuneration commensurate to our constitutional duties. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, conference, let us be bold in our resolution by reaffirming our commitment to oversight, accountability, and the National Assembly, the Senate, and may God bless Kenya and the spirit of devolution. Asanteni sana, erokamano. I can assure you we have 47 members from the county assemblies represented here in.
The Principal Secretary in State Department of Devolution, Michael Lenasalon, to come and make his remarks. Sana Bwana PS.
Your Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, partners, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Jodhurwa Maso, Umor, I'm honored to join you in Homabay, the county of endless potential, for the 9th Devolution Conference and the 2nd biennial conference. United under the powerful theme, for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for equity, inclusion, and social justice. This year's theme resonates with the objects of devolution, which are fundamental ideas on which our devolved system of governance is anchored. Devolution is about equity, inclusion, and social justice. It is about ensuring that no Kenyan is left behind, regardless of their geographic location, gender, ethnicity, disability, status, or socio-economic background. Since inception, devolution has transformed our governance landscape. It has brought public services closer to the people, accelerated development at the grassroots level, especially for initially marginalized communities, and provided opportunities for participatory governance. Yet, as our sub-theme challenges us, we must now re-engineer county governments to go further. That means to innovate, collaborate, and dismantle the stubborn socio-economic divide that persists. This way, the potential of county governments shall be fully harnessed. Ladies and gentlemen, the State Department for Devolution remains committed to supporting the effective implementation of devolution by empowering county governments to deliver services optimally. One of the key initiatives that the State Department is currently implementing is the second Kenya Devolution Support Program. The program supports counties to improve service delivery, resource management, and institutional accountability. KDSP2 will help boost Kenya's fiscal sustainability by supporting mechanisms for enhancing county-owned source revenue management and improving public expenditure transparency and effectiveness. Additionally, the program is supporting the automation of various manual or government processes, including the automation of exchequer releases, revenue collection, and payroll management. The resultant systems such as human resource information system and digital revenue platforms will improve credibility and accountability of government processes and services. The manual processes have historically leading to mismanagement of resources. KDSP2 will establish a performance. This will be supported through an integrated performance management framework and system participation of citizens in governance. The program aims to support the quality of citizen participation and feedback mechanism on service delivery, thereby improving the quality of life for the people of Kenya, and provide an opportunity for real-time citizen feedback. Another key initiative by the State Department for Devolution is the strengthening good governance in Kenya with other stakeholders and development partners, that is like EU and GIZ. SDD will employ innovative methods through incentivizing county government will be established. Since citizens are the center of performance management, this program is supporting civic education to empower them in oversighting the government in service delivery. Additionally, the crucial role the county in oversight, ensuring that resources are used as intended, will be strengthened by building their capacity in budget scrutiny. Ladies and gentlemen, the full potential of devolution calls for reimagining and rethinking governance. All there with the advancement of technology. Firstly, I will list some of them: embedding performance culture, institutionalizing performance management across county operations, and linking budget execution directly to service delivery outcomes. Secondly, technology, and also transforming waste management systems into circular economies, as already outlined by previous speakers. Wetland and river restoration, like the access, deploying AI and Internet of Things diagnostics at lower level hospitals, and leveraging drone logistics for medical supply chains, as we have seen in Homabay Collective Fusion. Asanteni sana na Mungu abariki.
Asante sana, tumpigie makofi Bwana PS. I now want to take this opportunity to invite the host senator, Senator Moses Kajwang, to come and make his remarks. Karibu.
Homabay County, with great pride, with great pleasure, with great privilege. 3 years ago, you would never have imagined that host a devolution that host a Devolution conference. And I thought it would happen in her 2-term, not in her 1-term. And it has come earlier than we expected. Reflected on an interesting conversation between Nathaniel and Philip. It is in the book of John and Philip. It is in the book of John. Philip tells Nathaniel, good thing has happened in our natural resources, the beauty of our land, how productive it is, natural resources, the beauty of our land, how productive it is. I know the land brokers in the room are seeing the potential. My friend delivering development to the grassroots, and it still remains the surest way of empowering the people and empowering communities. Your Excellency, I don't want to say much. The Speaker of the Senate is present and will make the formal presentation and will also introduce the senators. Members of Parliament, National Assembly, and will also introduce the senators. Members of Parliament, National Assembly and Senate from Homabay are here. We have given Governor Gladys Wanga full, unlimited, and unconditional support. Day and host Devolution conference with so much success. Allow me to apologize if there has been any indiscretion, if there's been anywhere or in any way we have fallen short of your expectation. I apologize on behalf of the people of Homabay. For a long time, this county, this region, has been the black sheep of the family called Kenya, with the cynicism of Nathaniel. And they've always asked, what good can come from Nyanza? What good can come from the people of Homabay? And what good can come from the people of Luoland? Perhaps I might, when you drive around this Homabay town, for those who are here for the first time, 3 years ago, we didn't have 90% of the public infrastructure you are seeing here. We thank you, Your Excellency. Good things will come from Homabay. Just wait and see. That's Senate to do so. But Your Excellency, just allow me, because the Devolution Donor Working Group have spoken, I thought they would talk about how fast we process some of the instruments that are required to meet, and I want to promise the Devolution Donor Working Group that we have had a conversation as a Senate, and we had that conversation with CS Mbadi last week, that we must find a more efficient way of processing conditional and unconditional grants so that counties can draw on them in a timeous manner. Your Excellency, I'm glad that in this financial year, we never fought over DORA. DORA was assented to on the 30th of June. Perhaps that's a record, because in the first year of DORA, we even had to go to court. This gentleman here called Sang is the one who led us to court, and it was very contentious. For the first time, the formula for allocation of revenue amongst county governments was not contentious. It was passed very fast. For the first time, CARA has been processed very swiftly, and CS Mbadi had assured us that counties would start getting money. Good things are happening in Jerusalem. To the county assemblies, the president has assented to a bill which was privately sponsored by Senator for Meru, the deputy speaker. Senator Kathuri is the originator of that bill that has provided autonomy to county assemblies. Mr. President, again, history has been made that bills have been assented to in Homabay for the first time. I don't know whether that has ever happened before. Something good is happening in Nazareth. To the governors, our friends, we will continue to fight for additional resources to counties, because we believe that money is not personal money. It is money that goes to the people. We in the Senate call for greater efficiency, greater focus on service. We must have a conversation with a few of our friends or a few counties which are beginning to look like payroll stations rather than development centers. That is a conversation that we must have. And finally, to my friends in Parliament, we must hold the executive to account. Parliament is not a branch of the executive. We must be bold, whether the experts are our friends or not. We have passed legislation, and Your Excellency, if you look at even the health laws, the Senate passed the 4 laws when you are sitting in Turkana. We went for Senate Mashinani in Turkana. We are the ones who have passed the legislation. So we should not be mourning like the common man, yet we are the ones who came up with the framework. Our job is to call the ministers. And Your Excellency, if Duale cannot fix this thing, if Olunga cannot fix this thing, if Dr. Nyikal, chairing the health committee, cannot fix this thing, then we've got a problem somewhere. We must make these things work. It is our duty, it is our responsibility. There are laws that we passed, and we must make sure that it works. To the Council of Governors, I can also promise you a proper thrashing at the next Devolution conference. May God be with you, and may you enjoy, and it's a thrashing in football. It's in football, let me qualify that. And may you enjoy the beauty and the warmth of Homabay County. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Senator Kajwang, one of the most popular senators among governors. It's now my humble responsibility to invite our host, Governor, Her Excellency Governor Gladys Wanga. Let's appreciate Wanga. She has pulled Kenya to Homabay. Karibu sana, Gladys.
Thank you very much, Governor Sang. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Amason Jaffa Kingi, the governors present, led by the Chair of the Council of Governors, His Excellency FCPA Ahmed Abdullahi, the Vice Chair, His Excellency Mutahi Kahiga, members of Parliament, Senate and the National Assembly are present, Cabinet Secretaries and Principal Secretaries, members of the Judiciary, Constitutional Commissions and Independent Officers present, Deputy Governors, County Executive Committee members, members of county assemblies and speakers, members of the Diplomatic Corps, development partners, private sector, academia and civil society, my one and only first gentleman there, Mr. Wanga, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. God is good. I'm really, really delighted to welcome you all to Homabay. Your Excellency, when Governor Sang was talking about how governors lost to the Senate yesterday, we didn't only lose the match, I also lost my voice in the process of cheering the governors who are not winning anyway, after all. Your Excellency, allow me to introduce the local leaders present here. This hosting would not have been possible without the support of the leadership of this county, of this region, both in the National Assembly, Senate, and County Assembly. So I'd ask those members to please rise so that I can introduce you and just acknowledge you. Members of Parliament from the region, this hosting is not for Homabay alone. It is for this entire region. We have Honorable Rosa Buyu, MP for Kisumu West, Honorable Dr. Ivo Bara, MP for Kabondo Kasipul, Honorable Whip of the National Assembly, Honorable Millie Mabona, MP for Suba North, Honorable Peter Francis Masap, Member of Parliament for Sierra, Member of Parliament for Migori County, Honorable Martin Owino, Ward Chief, Member of Parliament for Ndiwa, Honorable Adipo Okwome, Member of Parliament for Karachuonyo, Ogindo Tipo. Your Excellency, it is my profound honor to welcome you to the Lake County of Homabay, the county of endless potential. We are privileged to host the 9th Devolution Conference 2025, a vibrant platform for innovation and measuring progress for devolution in Kenya. In line with the theme of the conference, for the people, for prosperity, we sincerely thank the Council of Governors, my colleague governors, for the opportunity to host DevCon 2025. It was not an easy decision, but we thank you for believing in Homabay, despite the fact that we might have been considered one of the counties that may be too small to host. We thank you for the vote of confidence. Your Excellency, allow me at this very early opportunity to thank you immensely for your partnership in transforming Homabay County to make it a county that could be considered to host this conference. As Senator Kajwang has correctly pointed out, a lot of the transformation in this county has happened. Your Excellency, Homabay, on 16th, on an official day 2023, 3/4 of the development that we are seeing in Homabay County, and I'd like to say to all the delegates we are seeing in Homabay County, and I'd like to say to all the delegates here, karibuni sana. Your Excellency, in reflecting, leaving no one behind. We celebrate devolution during DevCon. We celebrate the national unity and diversity of Kenya as one nation. And I'll also as I rain on a Genoa manifesto of hope, results not just in infrastructure, but in tangible services and opportunities for Homabayans. Our pro-people, word-based programs have touched many households. Your Excellency, this morning as you visited our stand, at the Homabay stand, you saw that we were celebrating 96 days, straight days of no single mother lost in Homabay due to maternal mortality. Your Excellency, this is due to the intensive programs that we have invested together with your government in community health promoters, coming all the way to a robust SHA program, Your Excellency, and an MPDSR program, a weekly review program of any mother that dies in any facility. Your Excellency, every Tuesday morning, and this program was borrowed from Uganda through a partnership with the Council of Governors, every Tuesday morning we have a meeting where any mother lost is discussed. It has to be explained why that mother was lost, how she was lost, and doctors and to about 859 million in the financial year 2022-2023, and over 1 billion in 2023-2024, and a high of 1.7 at the level 5 hospital at the Homabay County Teaching and Referral Hospital, set to be operational by year end, reducing referral times and improving trauma care. We are addressing infant and maternal mortality, as I've mentioned, and combating the triple threat of GBV, HIV, and teenage pregnancies. Your Excellency, you recently signed, Your Excellency, devolved funds are insufficient to realize our county visions. So we seek deeper collaborations in agriculture and trade to position Homabay as a global player. The Riwa City Special Economic Zone, our flagship agro-processing zone that hosts the county aggregation and industrial park, promises 14th excellency of the horizontal infrastructure at the Special Economic Zone. Our key value chains, Your Excellency, in Homabay include fish, cotton, edible oils for the entire region and country. It is expected to supply reliable, affordable, and sustainable power for economic growth with a model of devolution's potential. Critical success factors for our county. One is the unity of purpose for the county leadership. You had the Senator say it, of partnerships, from the national government to development partners, to the private sector, to the civil society. We are a county of partnerships to clear out the lakefront of administrative offices, take them up and leave the lakefront open, for hospitality, in line with our vision to become the Cape Town of Kenya, within the decade. Your Excellency, in closing, in the spirit of inclusion, as part of our pre-conference events, we had a very, very strong and candid youth baraza with our youth that were supported from all across the country by SHOFCO. and Shofko who are present here today. Your Excellency, they have generated points of a memorandum and a communique, which I am sure at the appropriate time they will hand over to the appropriate place, Your Excellency. I thank Shofko for ensuring that we have brought our youth on board, and we also did launch our youth policy yesterday, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, as the home of Gor Mahia, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Harambee Stars for their impressive performance so far in the matches, Your Excellency. And I'd like to thank you for motivating them and supporting them. We all wish we were players, because in the next couple of weeks we would all have been great millionaires. But Your Excellency, we congratulate Harambee Stars and we thank you for nurturing sport. We have the last with their better halves. We have the Ruma National Park. We have Simbi Nyaima, the Crater Lake. We have the Bala Hot Springs. There will be people to direct you to enjoy your experience in Homabay. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Another super applause for our host. Asante sana, Governor Wanga. It's now my honor to invite our Vice Chair, who also happened to have been the chairman of the steering committee, to come and give us a status on action points for the 2023 Devolution Conference and introduce
partners, international delegates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the entire 2025 Devolution Conference Steering Committee, I take this opportunity to welcome you, Your Excellency. President William Ruto, to the 9th Devolution Conference and the 2nd biannual Devolution Conference. It is appreciated to all the National Executive representatives attending this conference. Your presence in Homabay County is proof. That Kenya's devolved system of governance is rooted in consultation. Cooperation. Your name wherever you are, just stand, and I will ask your name wherever you are, just stand, and I will ask the auditorium to clap for you. The esteemed auditorium to clap for you. The esteemed steering committee was chaired by myself, and its membership comprised of Governor Gladys Wanga, the officer of the National Council, Youth Council, and Mr. Tore of ACT. Allow me to also recognize the chair of the planning committee, Ms. Mary Moiti, the CEO of CEO, that the conference was planned, executed fully by our indomitable staff at the Council of Governors, and I appreciate all of them. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, progress report on behalf of the Council of Governors regarding the implementation of the communique adopted at the first biannual Devolution Conference held between the 15th to the 19th and enhance efficiency. The Presidential Economic Transformation Secretariat, the PETS, has undertaken a comprehensive review of projects across all sector priorities. The synchronized services in different sectors. Murang'a, Kisumu, Makueni and counties have fully automated their services, while other counties have partially done it. The increasing women's access to land rights by establishing safe spaces for grassroots land rights defenders within the reporting period. And the other one is strengthening primary health care and community health services. Thank you, Your Excellency. We are creating a conducive environment for the youth to carry out business. The government has developed the Creative Economic Support Bill 2024 and is currently at the public participation stage. Further, we communicate. Any ongoing efforts must be concluded. The full matrix containing the status of all the 2023 resolutions can be accessed at the Marifa.
This is a land management system. Anyone who wants to pay for building permit, lease, subdivision, transfer application of any plot. Again, you go onto the internet, you loading your documents, including your architectural designs. We process this via internet, and then you print your document, and you go home and you're able to see how much money has come to the County of Murang'a. The other one, Your Excellency, is on fleet management. Murang'a County, just like other counties, has about 100 motor vehicles. So we put this system to monitor where they are. So if you overspeed, we are able to monitor you. If you enter into on the right track, you're overspeeding, and we are able to get that evidence. This has led to the reduction of number of accidents and also improved drivers' behavior. The other one is we give our farmers, those who are in milk and mango, subsidy money, so that when they go to a pre-qualified shop, they are able to redeem certain farm inputs. For example, animal feeds, even foodstuff. So it is a technology that is mobile-based. So when you go to a certain shop, this is the card we give them. So you give it, if you are a member of that program, your money will be deducted, which has been preloaded in that e-wallet. That supports milk and mango value chains in Murang'a. The other one is a file management portal. This is our own internal system in the county government. We have another one for hospitals. We are able to now know how many patients are visiting our health facilities at any given time. We have about 150 facilities. So, for instance, now you can see we have 6,487 patients now. In the middle part, that is the diseases that have taken them there. At the end, the money they have paid.
Senator Dr. Boni Khalwale, Senator for Kakamega, Senator Faki Munyehaji, Senator for Mombasa, Senator Eddie Okech for Migori, Senator Catherine Muma Muyeka, Senator Maureen Tabitha Mutinda, Senator Hamida Ali Kibwana, Senator Julius Murgo, Senator Montate Batuli Betty, Senator Kisang, Senator Esther Anyeni Okenyuri, Senator Beth Siengo Kalunda, Senator Jackson Mandago, Senator Danson Buya Mungatana of Tana River, Senator Abbas Sheikh Mohammed, Senator Mbugua. Those are the senators who are with us here today. Further, Your Excellency, before I make my short remarks, I have been given a request that I should place before you, in keeping with your generosity, Your Excellency, that has been witnessed by Kenyans for the past couple of weeks, where you extended some appreciation to the national team, Harambee Stars, for every match that they win. The Senate team, having beaten the governors, they are wishing to be considered in that appreciation token. The team comprises of 16 members. If that is agreeable, Your Excellency, I may pass by the State Lodge to collect 16 million for the team. And I know it's possible. Thank you, Your Excellency. Distinguished participants, I join you with pride today as a firm believer in our country's most transformative governance shift since independence. That is devolution. We gather here to mark 14 years since the birth of devolved governance, a constitutional promise to bring government closer to the people and to ensure equitable development and to reverse decades of marginalization. As partners in the devolution space, gathering here today and this entire week is not a matter of routine, but a national obligation, for devolution is about every lives of our people. The theme of the conference, that is for the people, for prosperity, devolution and as a catalyst for equity, inclusion and social justice, is not just a slogan. It is a call to action and resonates with the realities of our time. It reminds us that devolution is not about systems or structures. It is about people. It is about the mother in Turkana who now accesses maternal health care at a local health facility. It is about the youth of Homabay County accessing vocational training. It is about the farmer in Embu receiving extension services without having to travel to Nairobi. The sub-theme, re-engineering county governments to accelerate development and bridge the socio-economic divide, demands that we go beyond the ordinary. It demands that we make counties leaner, smarter, responsive, and people-centered. It is a call to disrupt mediocrity, embrace technology, promote innovation, and be accountable stewards of the public trust. Your Excellency, we promulgated the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and operationalized it in 2013. We reimagined a Kenya marginalized communities and deepened inequalities. In its place, we embrace a model of governance that is participatory because of county-level planning and execution. Above all, citizen participation in governance has deepened. Today, a resident of Wajir say in how resources are allocated in their ward, an unthinkable reality 2 decades ago. At the heart of these gains, Your Excellency, stands the Senate, the constitutional protector of counties and their governments, as proclaimed in Article 96 of our Constitution. In line with its mandate, the close to Kenya shilling 4 trillion cumulatively to counties through the Division of Revenue County Allocation Revenue Acts. Oversighted the use of these funds through the standing committees of the Senate. It has championed legislation that have empowered counties, enabling them to cooperate efficiently. The County Public Finance Laws Amendment Act, a key legislation that guarantees financial autonomy to our county assemblies and further anchors their role of oversight, legislation, and representation at the county level, has finally become a reality after Your Excellency did assent to it this morning. We thank you for that. It is no doubt, Your Excellency, that without the Senate, devolution would be a shell. With the Senate, devolution has become a shield for the aspiration of many Kenyans. Indeed, at this juncture, allow me to applaud our senators for working tirelessly in building consensus to navigate very complicated tasks as they execute their mandates. A good example is the collective effort and team spirit that characterized the debate and passing of the fourth revenue sharing formula for counties for the year 2025, 2026 to 2029, 2030. This was a profound departure from the past when such an exercise was riddled with acrimony and laced with political differences. Your Excellency, yet even as we celebrate these achievements, we must confront the hard truths mirrored in the following realities. These are the threats to devolution. 1, corruption and weak accountability systems in some counties continue to threaten and erode public trust in devolution. Failure, regrettably so, failure by some governors to heed invitation by the Senate to come to the Senate to account for the resources placed in their hands not only erodes the good working relationship within the devolution family, but also is detrimental to the noble goals of devolution. Regrettably, Your Excellency, we have seen cases where Senate committees have had to encounter hostilities when they visit counties in exercise of the oversight mandate. Very regrettable. duplication of rules and power struggles between national and county governments, undermine efficiency and cooperative governance. Inadequate on-source revenue mobilization by counties has left them over-dependent on the exchequer, limiting innovation and self-reliance. Wrangles within the county assemblies, which sabotages work delivery. Your Excellency, a case in point is the county of Nyamira, where at some point we had 2 county assemblies, 2 clerks and 2 speakers. Delayed disbursements of funds to counties, priorities, which often sidelines community needs. Your Excellency, to secure the next decade of devolution, we must act decisively and collectively to deal. Distinguished participants, devolution was never meant to be a destination. It is a continuous journey, one that requires vigilance, courage, and dream, by ensuring it lives and blossoms in every ward, in every village, and every heart, for the greatness and its urban centers, but in the dignity of its villages. May God bless our counties, and may God richly bless our land. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Tumpigie makofi Bwana Speaker. I now want to invite our chair, FCPA Mohamed Abdullahi, to come and make his remarks, and in turn invite His Excellency the President. Karibu Bwana Chairman. Tumpigie makofi Bwana Chairman.
Thank you very much, our whip. Your Excellency, I will ride on the protocols already observed before me, but I just want to, before my speech, ask the deputy governors, because I think other groups have been asked to, have been appreciated, to also stand so that we know the deputy governors who are here. We can appreciate you in totality, deputy governors. Thank you very much. Please let's appreciate our deputy governors who are here. Excellency, when my sister was here, Gladys Wanga, host governor, I think because of the small element of stage fright that we all have and the fact that we're putting her under pressure to save on time, she forgot to introduce her deputy governor. I think he also didn't stand up when the other leaders stood up. So on her behalf, I apologize. Oyugi Magwaga. Your Excellency, I also want to appreciate the presence of our CS Opio Wandai. CS, you can just stand up. Now, with that, Your Excellency, because not all governors will have an opportunity to come and stand up here, I'll be the last one speaking before I invite you. I want to ask all the governors to stand up. Excellency governors, host governor, Gladys Wanga was here, she stood and spoke. My vice chair was also here, Dr. Mutahi Kahiga. Our whip was our MC here, Steve Sang. Then we have my immediate former boss. She's chair emeritus, Governor of Kirinyaga and Waiguru. We have the Governor of Tharaka Nithi, Governor Muthomi Njuki, Governor His Excellency Ochilo Ayako of Migori, Governor Nadhif Adam Jama of Garissa, Governor Kiari Badlisha of Nyandarua, Governor Mohamed Khalif Mandera, Speaker Emeritus, Governor of Bungoma Kenneth Lusaka, my professional colleague, FCPF Fernandez Barasa, Governor of Kakamega, Governor Paul Otuoma of Busia County, Governor Patrick Olentutu of Narok, Governor Mahmoud Mohamed Ali, Marsabit County, Governor Orengo James, Siaya County, Governor Professor Hilary Barchok of Bomet, Governor and Benjamin Cheboy of Baringo County, our sister Governor Cecily Mbarire of Embu, Governor Amos Nyaribo of Nyamira, and Governor and Kachapin of West Pokot. Am I missing out anyone? Oh yes, Governor Wilba Otichilo, Vihiga, Governor Julius Malombe, Kitui, Governor James Irungu of Laikipia, and Governor Kangata, who was here with some innovation a while back. I thank you all. Your Excellency, I had to do that. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Amos Kingi, Speaker of the Senate, all the governors here present, and I will ride on the protocols thus far established, all delegates attending Devolution Conference 2025. On behalf of the Council of Governors, I take this opportunity to welcome His Excellency the President, the Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and all our distinguished guests and delegates to the 9th Devolution Conference and the 2nd Biennial Devolution Conference. As they say here in Homabay County, Warwako Uduto. You're all welcome. This year, our discussions will focus on 3 key themes of equity, inclusion, and social justice. Your Excellency, in the recent past, our country has witnessed citizen protests triggered by, among others, the finance bill, youth unemployment issues, and governance concerns. The continent and the world watched as our young people, popularly known as the Gen Zs, marched in major streets across the country, demanding for their voices to be heard. It's sad, of course, also that they were politically infiltrated. Indeed, the theme of the conference, for the people, for prosperity, for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for equity, inclusion, and social justice, is meant to spur deep conversations on how the devolved governments can position themselves as the implementers and champions of these 3 democratic tenets of inclusion, equity, and social justice. This year, as we host the conference, it's a conference with a difference, the addition of side events that will be hosted by a myriad of partners, including government agencies, civil society organizations, the private sector, and development partners, will bring as many voices as possible to the conversation. I invite all the delegates to carefully peruse the program and purpose to attend the side events, which will run each single day of the conference. I'd like to sincerely thank the team that led to the preparations of this year's conference, all the members of the esteemed steering committee, which traditionally, Your Excellency, is chaired by the Vice Chair of the Council. This year it was chaired by Dr. Mutahi Kahiga, my Vice. I'd also like to acknowledge the Planning Committee led by the CEO of Council. They go through sleepless nights to deliver a conference. Delegates, asanteni sana. I'd also like to recognize the presence of our international delegates this year. We have guests joining us from different parts of the world. You saw it. In 2010, Your Excellency and distinguished delegates, Kenya has promulgated a new constitution for themselves, as ever seen. Some have called the format of the Kenyan devolution experimental. The new system created distinct and yet independent governance through the national government and 47 county governments, which are constitutionally mandated to deliver on key services through locally elected leadership and representatives. We're all in agreement, all of us here, that devolution, notwithstanding its challenges, still unperceived, remains an exemplary case of meaningful reform and the best gift that Kenyans accorded themselves in 2010. That would secure equitable distribution of development in the country, that every Kenyan is then guaranteed a dignified and a quality life with access to public goods such as healthcare, water, housing, food, that the communities are heard and that the citizens' needs are met no matter where they are in Kenya. Article 174 of our Constitution captures this very succinctly by laying out the objects and the purpose of devolution. And there are 9 of them, and they include, among others, foster national unity and recognize diversity. I'll not read all of them, but you can refer to Article 174. And in fact, in that article, Your Excellency, it's only one, really, and the objects that explicitly refers to economic development under F, which says social and economic development and the provision of proximate, easily accessible services throughout Kenya. So through devolution, we were dealing with development, but we're also dealing with equity and social justice that is uniform across Kenya. From the above, ladies and gentlemen, the architecture of the Constitution anticipated that devolution would not only be concerned with economic development, but it will also foster national unity, democratic inclusion, and facilitate the decentralization of power, responsibilities, and resources, all aimed at bringing decision-making and services closer to the people. Ambitious way as a country of reversing centralization as a basis of both political and economic imperative. But I believe it was also a political settlement. Devolution is indeed the truest election. They were established in line with the Constitution, and they enjoy both institutional and financial safeguards directly from the supreme law of the land. The 4th schedule further splits the functions between the national and the counties. Your Excellency, we've come a long way. At the Council of Governors, we appreciate that in 2014, on the 16th of December, you unbundled through a Gazette notice a lot more functions and component of functions. And this has been something that has been outstanding for long, and we don't take it for granted. But we still seek the further unbundling and costing of the few remaining functions, that they be completed, to finality in full compliance with the letter and the spirit of the Constitution, and that the attendant resources of all functions already transferred will all follow. As I make this speech, Your Excellency, I'm a second-term governor, having served in the first cohort of the first phase of county governments between 2013 and 17. In my view, devolution, again I say, has come a long way. The journey has not been easy. We've had policy, legal, and administrative challenges that have threatened the very foundation of devolution. But I am convinced here that counties and in general devolution has moved from strength to strength. Counties have recorded countless success stories that reveal that devolution is uplifting the lives and livelihood of Kenyans. According to the 2024 Gross County Product Report, National Bureau of Statistics, KMBS, county governments are making significant and transformative contribution to performance. Essential investments, be it in financial, material, and technical, is being made towards the devolved sectors, and this is contributing substantially to the national growth and development. I'll just give a few, very few examples. Data from the period that devolution existed shows, say, in the provision of healthcare, which is one of the most important services that any county government must deliver, between 2014 and 2025, Kenya has recorded notable improvements in key maternal and reproductive health indicators. The proportion of women with at least 4 antenatal care visits has risen from 58% to 66%, and skilled birth deliveries has increased from 61% to 80%. At the onset of devolution in 2013, Your Excellency, there were 8,466 health centers and dispensaries across the country, and in increasing these to 14,710 operational health facilities across Kenya. Public facilities, faith-based and private. The majority of these public facilities are level 2 and 3, while level 4, 5, and 6 account for about 7. Excellency, we only had 874 medical doctors in district hospitals before devolution. We also had 6,620 nurses. Today, this has expanded to 4,651 medical doctors in public facilities in counties. We also have 34,000, up from 6,000, 34,220 nurses in county facilities, 7,877 clinical officers, 4,686 lab technicians, 1,942 nutritionists, among other healthcare workers. This clearly represents a more than fourfold growth in human resources. At the community level, partnering with the national government, we now have 831 community health workers. And Your Excellency, we can give examples in agriculture, where we now have 6.5 million farmers registered, as opposed to 541,000 in 2016. We can give examples in ECD, where we now have from nearly zero staff in payroll of ECD teachers in counties to over 30,000 ECD teachers across the 47 counties, and 48,700 ECD centers. There are many. But in the interest of time, I will just highlight the key. Distinguished. That notwithstanding, Your Excellency, there are numerous challenges. Challenges abound. The debate on function of the two levels of government, there are marginalized minority groups, and that there is meaningful participation, in decision making, It's time for action, not for talk. As leaders who are gathered here, we've been called upon to serve, that we will conduct our affairs in the fullness of good governance practices in respect of human rights, justice, while ensuring that there is. And that's why we're here with all the stakeholders and partners. We are ready to listen to what interventions we can apply to make devolved governance. In this conference, I convey our heartfelt appreciation of the national government through the presidency, the Senate, and all the 47 county governments for their support and participation. A special thanks to our platinum sponsors and partners, the Kenya Commercial Bank, Safaricom PLC, and the Jospong Group of companies. Those were our 3 platinum partners this year. To all our other partners, this could not have happened without you. Devolution has brought toll of to Homabay County. This could not have been done without our partners. We appreciate and value all of you. Your support has made this event a reality and a big success. We cannot thank you enough. Continue to work with us as we keep the devolution fire blazing. I wish you all fruitful discussions in the coming days of the conference. It is now my duty and pleasure to invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, to come and address us and officially open Devolution Conference 2025 for us. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Governor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am delighted to vast possibilities, many opportunities, awaiting bold action as we steadily unlock the full benefits of devolution and every Kenyan. The theme of this year's conference speaks directly to our national vision, a Kenya where every citizen, regardless of region, gender, background, or status, has a fair and equal opportunity to thrive. Our Constitution's preamble commits us to human rights, equality, freedom, to human rights, equality, freedom, democracy, social justice, and the rule of law. This theme is a reminder of the begun and a call to remain true to our shared aspiration as a nation and as a people. Ladies and gentlemen, devolution has been transformative. It has fostered equity by distributing resources fairly and addressing historical imbalances. It has enhanced inclusion by empowering communities, empowering women, giving a chance to our youth, and extending a fair environment to persons living with disability, for all of us to participate fully and meaningfully in the development of our nation. Social justice has taken root through accountable, transparent, and responsive governance. The national government is proud to have invested heavily in making these principles a reality. And for myself, I have had the privilege to chair the first intergovernmental budget committee, commonly known as IBEC, from the beginning. And I have had the privilege to see devolution grow by leaps and bounds. Through collaborative frameworks, such as the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee, the Council of Governors, the Summit, and the other intergovernmental fora, we have resolved challenges amicably and aligned our policies and resources as guided by our constitutional vision. From the very first day of my administration, I affirmed that devolution is not merely a constitutional provision, it is the ground jewel of our democratic governance and the proudest achievement of the people of Nairobi on the 16th of December 2024, as has been alluded by the earlier speakers. I directed the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee automatic transfer of budgetary allocations and other resources tied to those functions without delay. Today, I am proud to report that all 14 devolved functions have been conclusively delineated and bundled and formally gazetted. This milestone has eliminated decades-old ambiguities that hampered service delivery and fueled intergovernmental disputes. This has marked impact to all the people we serve. Further, to the gazettement of the unbundled and clarified functions by IGRTC on the 16th of December 2024 and the advanced process of resource identification, I am pleased again to announce that we have gazetted immovable asset buildings to transfer ownership to the counties. These laws cement the place and the principle of horizontal revenue sharing among counties and consolidate the place of county assemblies while clearly defining the respective responsibilities of both county and national governments. Let me say this, that I had the honor in Homabay, merited request and a merited ask that the same way we have independence of the legislature at the national, independence of the legislature at the national level, we must also have independence of the legislature at the county level. I now ask the county assemblies to effectively undertake their responsibilities, effectively provide oversight, efficiently legislate for counties to perform their mandate, and also robustly represent the people who elected them. With this new mandate, with this new independence, the counties' assemblies now have no reason nor excuse not to do what they have been mandated by the Constitution effectively. Under the Division of Revenue Act 2025, we have allocated an unprecedented Kenya shillings 415 billion to counties, nearly 30 billion more than last year's allocation. The County Allocation of Revenue Act 2025 distributes this equitable share among the 47 counties in strict adherence to the revenue sharing formula set out in Article 217 of our Constitution. And again, today marks a turning point. We are using a new revenue sharing formula, again marking another historic step. This is the first allocation, as I have said, to apply the fourth determination of the basis for division of revenue approved by Parliament this year. This is not just more money. It is a stronger foundation for counties to deliver, develop, and transform people's lives. Ladies and gentlemen, despite operating within a tight fiscal space, the government has honored its commitment to timely disbursements, clearing all balances. The government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry, with making sure that there is accountability at all levels of government, take up their role as efficiently, as effectively, with accountability as the law and the Constitution mandates them. The EACC must take up their role. I have made it absolutely clear to the chair of the Anti-Corruption Commission, to the CEO of the Anti-Corruption Commission, that there will be no sacred cows and there will be no telephone call from anywhere below or above to stop anybody from being prosecuted for matters corruption. While I agree with the sentiments expressed by the Speaker of the Senate, and he has made a solid statement on holding governors and county governments to account, I also must say the legislature must also be held to account. Because there is something going on in our legislature that we must call out. There is money being demanded from the executive, from governors, from ministers, from people in the executive, especially those who go for accountability before our houses of parliament. Mr. Speaker, it cannot continue to be business as usual. It is not possible that committees of parliament demand to be bribed, demand to be paid for them to write reports or to look the other way for what is happening in either the national government or the county government. All of us must act together. The fight against corruption must be an all of society engagement and exercise and effort. I also want to ask the judiciary not to be a haven for the corrupt to hide behind judicial decisions. We have innovation that is only available in Kenya that allows a corrupt person or somebody who has stolen public resources or somebody in breach of law not to be prosecuted. Something called anticipatory bail. It is a Kenyan innovation that takes us backwards. Just let's ask ourselves, somebody who has stolen public funds because we are undertaking transformation in Kenya, but that transformation is being undermined by corruption, and we must call it what it is. And all agencies, institutions, and arms of government, we must come together to deal with the challenge of corruption so that we can ensure that public resources are meant and are used for the intended purposes for which are meant and are used for the intended purposes for which the people of Kenya have asked us. Without a doubt, of Kenya have asked us. Without a doubt, ladies and gentlemen, technology queues, intermediaries, brokers, or unnecessary bureaucracy. The results speak for themselves. Collections have surged more than 1,500% from Kenya shillings 60 million to over 1 billion shillings collected by eCitizen daily, translating to more than 500 billion annually. Have seen revenue growth of up to 400%, supported by accurate projections and better planning. Equally, just Bomet, Tharaka Nithi, Meru, Embu have posted similar improvements. The platform has seen and has been an engine of economic opportunity, creating 600,000 jobs in ICT, support services, logistics, and other sectors, providing that digitization and proving that digitization is not just about convenience, but also about livelihoods. Most importantly, e-citizen has been a powerful weapon against corruption. By eliminating cash handling and embedding full digital audit trails, we have reduced opportunities for bribery and made transactions traceable, fair, and secure. Citizens can now follow the process and the progress of their applications and payments online, confident that the process is impartial and transparent. I therefore urge all counties to collaborate, share best practices, and celebrate while accelerating the adoption of technology to boost efficiency, cut waste, and enhance revenue performance. Beyond technology, we must put value addition, strengthening agro-processing, manufacturing linkages, and market access for SMEs in people-first policies and programs, ensure every shilling has impact, and bring government services closer to the people. Let me share two other things that I really wanted to say, and the county assemblies for the partnership they have demonstrated in working with me in the transformation of our country. We have worked together because the Constitution dictates that we do. We have worked together from community health promoters, the people who engage with families, with homes every day, that will enable citizens access health that will enable citizens access health at every facility in a way that doesn't exclude others. And as a result, we all know that more Kenyans are now in the bracket of SHA. 25.2 million Kenyans are already registered, many accessing service. I want to say in this devolution conference and ask my friends, the county governors, to help all of us and ensure that no facility charges citizens for a service already paid for by the government of Kenya. Let me state here that we have made provisions in the budget of 21 billion Kenya shillings to make sure that treatment, medicine at level 2, at our dispensaries, at our health centers, at our sub-county hospitals, all the way to level 4, outpatient facilities, outpatient treatment is paid for fully by the government of Kenya. And no facility, no dispensary, no health center or sub-county hospital, citizens who go to seek treatment because the government of Kenya will refund for the treatment, for the medicine given to and dispensaries and level 4 for treatment when that treatment is already paid for by the government of Kenya. We should stop it. And I want to ask you, colleagues, to help this, because, as I have said, we do not want to make health a privilege. We want to make it a right for all citizens. Let me also say that today is a great day because our friends, the members of county assemblies, can breathe some fresh air, that they do not have to work under the direction of the county executives. But I have also told you that use that independence for the good of the people. I know there is yet another outstanding commitment that we agreed upon. Solid believer in savings. And I am confident that in the next couple of months, I will be signing into law the County Assembly's pensions bill into will also have, just like members, I announce another milestone that through our housing levy and housing fund, we have rolled out affordable housing, we have rolled out construction of. Today, we broke ground for the first ever hostel for student accommodation in Kenya. And here in Tom Mboya University, we will be building a hostel accommodation facility to host over 2,000 students, and we are rolling it across Kenya. We already have identified universities, Kenya medical training colleges, and TVET institutions to build student accommodation that will accommodate 170,000 students across Kenya as phase one, as we expand the program of housing in Kenya, not only to provide for social housing, affordable housing, student accommodation, our markets, and all the other infrastructure that we are building under that framework. Again, I want to celebrate that the same way we started the affordable housing here in Homabay, by coincidence again, we are starting student accommodation construction again here in Homabay. Again, here in Homabay, I have signed legislation for the first time in Homabay for taking decisive action against the people who are running Rachuonyo facility, who we identified as one of the ones that were for health. And finally, to this great school of Homabay, who have given us their grounds so that we can host this facility, not just in law, but in the daily lives of the people of Kenya. But in the daily lives of the people of Kenya. I wish you fruitful deliberations and concrete
induction manual. And allow me, Your Excellency, to invite the COG Chair, Speaker of the Senate, the manual. So kindly, if we... Microphone, please.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I forgot the Speaker. The Senate team did a wonderful performance. Congratulations. A round of applause for the Senate team for winning yesterday's match. You merit, as Speaker has said, you merit a reward for what you have done,
And one, the buzzer is pressed. And we now have the manual, which is the Council of Governors Devolution Training Institute Induction Manual. And then we'll have a presentation of the manual by His Excellency to those who have flunked him.